Hello, welcome back. Very good. Okay, what do we do? Okay, let's go over the thing. So here is my helper file. I have, if I look at the over outlines, I have a knight move, bishop move, rook move, and move. These are complete. They're all complete, almost complete. There are some tiny details that I have to add them, but I will have to add them later. Pawn moves, I mean, some of the moves are okay, but en passant, and some of the stuff is left for pawn moves. And then we have the king moves. So let's go with the king moves. Let's try some of the moves here, and then yeah, and then we can try to complete pawn moves as well. So the king moves I can do. Yeah, almost like the queen move. And then if I go here, I plus that, and for that one, and I don't have while anymore. These are removed. They don't need to be there. Const. And then we check if we are valid. We get the target piece. And okay. Okay, this is okay. There is one more thing that we need to check. If target piece is enemy king. To do that, I have to say white king and not turn, or it's a black king and turn. In that case, we have to say continue. This is continue. Continue. Okay, very good. That's normal moves. I think I can add the castle, but for castle I need to add some variables to my game. Uh, Here, bishop moves. Okay, that's cool. Let's see if this is running. Okay, let me check if you see. Okay, yeah, you see the board. Great. King moves up, king moves up. Here, no. I go here, here, yes. Very good. Oh, okay, there's a problem there. Okay, here. This is not enough. How do I check if we are close enough to the key? Sorry. One of the ways is I can track the king positions and pass it to the function and then see if the distance becomes smaller than 2. I think that's like the only way to do it. Is there another way to do? Since we are going to check for checking. Okay, yeah. So enemy king can check. Okay, one king can check the other one. The other one. We just need to implement checking for all pieces and will be done. Okay. So now we have to add the checking situation. How do we know if our king is check? One of the things that we can do is we can see if the enemy um, if the enemy can the enemy piece. Okay, we can calculate all the enemy piece when we are doing calculation with the movement of all the pieces. We can have a map. We can add 2 copies of the board, I guess. There are different ways that like it comes to my mind how to do this, but I'm not sure. Like there is a way that I can just have a copy of the board. I can have 2 copies of the board, and then um, I light the squares where. So for example, I will light all the squares where um, uh, black pieces can attack. And I can just do it when I'm updating the possible moves, like when I'm adding the possible moves there. Here I can also say, for example, like add update the place, like here for example I have new I and new J, the place that is a possibility for this piece to go there, right? And immediately I can here I can add something like can attack map, I guess, and then I can do it black and white, I guess. Black attack map, new I, new J, and then I'm gonna put it as. So there are different ways. Do I need to know which piece is attacking? I guess for now I can just put them as boolean. I can put them as true, but I can also do piece, like white king. But then, yeah, I will have to say, okay, then no, I mean, it's not needed because there will be some squares that are supported by some other, like, yeah, they are in access to multiple, what is it called? Multiple pieces. So I will just put through black attack map. And similarly white one. And then I will just check before adding the king thing if the black or white, depending on the turn, if they can attack this location. Therefore, king shouldn't be able to move there. Okay, so first I need to do so here when I'm doing update possible moves. I have to say attack map I and j is equal to false. Similar for the white one. I just have to define them, what they are. I will have to pass them to unfortunately I will have to pass them to their functions. Okay. That's equal to strike. Here is the board. Black can attack. Very good. Okay. Very good. Now what? Through the board, I'm gonna send them black. See that? Yeah, exactly. Okay, very good. Now we are sending everything there. We checked. Here after board. black, attack, map, white, map. Okay, make it here as well. Okay, now we have them, we just need to update them. So here, before we add it, then we say if turn stack map of j equals true, else now what's wrong here? Okay, if turn, then we are processing a white piece and oh sorry, white stack map should be updated. If not, we are processing black piece and be updated. Do the same here, it's exactly the same thing. Okay, so one move, two move, don't add anything. It's the take left and take right for pawns. But add that, and then king moves, they also add it. Okay, very good. Now here, if turn, then I'm processing the white king and black attack map. Okay, if it's true also, then we should just continue. Similar thing, if we are black, then we have to see if the white attack map in this location that we are trying to move, yeah, it should be false. If it's true, then we continue again. So that should see all the possible things for the king. Yo, Brett Blank. Good night. How are you doing? Welcome to the chat. So let's see. How does this change anything? I will go here. You're here. I will go with the king here. You go the king here. I'm not checked, so I can go here. Go there. Can I go here? Yes. And you can take my king. Oops. Yeah, okay. So there's something wrong. So take left. When we are adding the possible as a possible, we add turn, we say we are attacking as white, for example, to this location. We put it equal to false, then we go and check. Oh, okay, I see. So we have to make them all false first, and then check for the things. Okay. Let's check now. Not again. I make them false. And then I go and set up everything from beginning, right? First one is white, second black. What? First one is black, second one is white, first one is black, second cool. Okay. And what is happening? White attack map is true at this location. UI new day. Ah, I see why. Okay, for the pawns, it's because okay. So for the pawns, it doesn't matter if it's a possible move. We have to move them up. If it's in the board, then you have to update it. It doesn't have to be empty. Okay, that's for the check with the pawns. So now pawns should work. I don't understand why. Okay, this is weird. Okay, even if it's not a possible move, still checking. Okay, even if it is not a possible move. This should move up. The rooks. This is for bishops and for knights. Does this work in any sense? It works? No, it doesn't. My king can still go in a place that it shouldn't be able to go. Okay, so the king should be the last piece to be processed, I guess. Okay, otherwise, okay, king should be the last piece to be processed for that to work. Okay, I'm gonna define white king I. It's a U size equal to 0. White king J, BKI, BKJ. So where is this? Here. Put it in the differ. And here we put white king I, white king J, black king J, black king, right? This is also not good because first I'm gonna check the white king. And the possible moves. And for white king, I will not be able to see the black king moves. Okay, I guess I have to do king to king thing differently. Or I can just run this first one time and then decide which one is possible for the king. So I have to remove those who are not possible for the king. It's okay, I just need to give them enemy king. And then here, continue if here IJLK. Thirty-two, 32. Okay. If I have to find Yo Anwish. I hope I read your name right. Welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Your tea. So here is L. Okay. Okay. If it's less than 2, so what we do is that we find a new location, new I, minus L is the enemy king, and put it enemy king, king I, here enemy king I, enemy king J. Okay, so if so that's like basically delta x to the power of 2, delta y to the power of 2. If it's less than 2, we just skip it. And then here I will put, instead of L, enemy king, oops, enemy king, I, and enemy king. It's a very long function, so I'm gonna have to make the variables vertical, make them vertical because it's easier to see. Love chess, been thinking for years to code a simple chess game, nice. Oh yeah, you can always start doing that. Yeah, I also love the game. And I have tried to write it in Python. First try a few years ago, it was a disaster. Now I'm trying with Zig. It's much better. I can see that I'm doing things better. The design is even better, I guess. I mean, it's not going to be perfect because still I'm using a lot of things as my own thinking, but an interesting one. Did you try also in C? I think it's even a more rewarding experience. It depends if you like writing code in C. I never tried that because it's been some years I didn't code in C or C++ because I just don't like languages. It's really like working in C and C++ is so annoying for me that I never want to try. I mean, I've tried in the past. That's why I moved to different languages. I tried some stuff. I'm settled down in Zig for now, but I found some languages like Zig and Odin are really interesting for me. Like I like Odin and I like Zig for now. If you like to write it in C, there is a lot of also help out there. Like if you want to learn how to do things, C is like really in C. It will be you will find it more easier to find more tutorials on how to do things. Yeah, Odin is also cute, but I mean, if you like the language, it's completely okay. It's just that I don't like C and C++. That's why I'm not doing it in C. Local variable is never mutated. Oh yeah. I forgot to do the thing here. Here, okay. Okay. So here, white king I is equal to I. Yes, exactly. That's what I want. Okay, so let's try again. So these are the pawn in moves. Okay, can I move this? Oh no. And okay, the king one. Okay, king is okay. The king thing is definitely okay. Okay, so king and king stuff is okay, but then for other pieces, it just doesn't work. I don't understand why. Can I just print? Any? N /n and then any session. Okay, let's try and see what's going on with our maps. But there are definitely some that are true. First one is the black one, second one is the white one. So weird. There's some who are true. Okay. Fifth row for the black piece. The 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. false, 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 true, true. The three last one are true. True, false. It's so weird. Can I draw this thing? I want to see what's going on. Draw board. Selected piece, and then we go all the pieces. Here, I want the color to be okay. Let's try const color is equal to 8. Put it variable. Variable color. If black, black attempt map INJ. J, red. So blue, else. Okay, I can just do this. This is var. Okay, if make it blue. If white can attack that position, make it red. I'll make it this one blue. I'm gonna make this. Okay. Let's see how does this affect us. Oh, okay, I see. If that color is equal add color is equal to this. So blue is supposed to be where white can attack, right? And red is supposed to be where black can attack. But we don't see any red. Ah, okay. It's because it's not white to move. Now, okay. I see. Ooh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. So this doesn't have to, so this is weird. Okay. So possible moves. Only check um possible moves for white, and it doesn't check for black, which means we cannot see. Okay, I see. The color is not turned, right? This should go after updating the attack patterns. That's for the kings. So it should happen after here. Okay, here I have to say break one move, break two move, and then here it should happen after I update the attack pattern. And then put for the king also after that. It shouldn't return, it should continue. It just shouldn't move, put it as a possible move. Okay, queen moves, check the move, and then we say continue. Okay, that's bad because it shouldn't depend on the turn. It should depend on color. If color. Okay, a little bit weird. Why should black attack this? I don't understand how black is attacking this thing. Like these things are weird. There's some okay, there's some red stuff that should go away. Let's try first. Okay, and it changes by turn. So bizarre. I mean, it should change, but it shouldn't change as much. and it still doesn't work. Like, why is this? I don't understand. So this is a place where, okay, nobody's attacking this. But how is it possible that black is attacking white queen? So it's kind of like bad. There's a bug somewhere. Kinda is working, but it's just I don't understand why the locations are so weird. Uh, for the pawns should be okay. Take right and take left. I just want to see if the pawn moves are okay. Maybe I did something wrong with the pawn moves, why it's not working. So this is okay. And then from here you can take this, right? Yeah, it's cool. Okay, so the pawn moves are okay. If it is white's pawn, I up I update the white attack master, and then I go here, if the king moves, oh, it shouldn't be turn, I guess. Right? Oh, okay, this is not turn, this is color, I guess. Okay, it's still not good. Thing is happening. I am a black king. Here is the white king. Yeah, there's something completely wrong about this. Would be the in here. Oh, sorry. There are some messages. Zig for the win. That's Zig, yeah. Yeah. Better than Go? I'm not sure. I don't know. I mean, for me, I like it. I haven't tried Go. I cannot say anything about Go. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the messages. It's just that trying to think what's the bug here. I guess I have to try to add some prints here and there, and then finally make this work. The weird bug here, I really don't understand. I don't even know how to guess where it could be so that I could write some prints here and there and find out what's the problem. Uh, okay, let's go over the logic again. I do get what is the color is white black by this condition. If this is true, it's white. If this is false, black. Then I go over the moves, possible moves. Go through all the moves one by one. I check if it is outside of the board. I say continue that place. Well, we're not going to do calculation corresponding to that place. Else, then that's a place that you can put the knight here. And you have to add this place as a place where the enemy king cannot go. So what I do, I consider if this is color. So for example, this is white, not white knight. This white attack map or white heat map at this location becomes true. Else, if it's a black piece that I'm considering, black attack map at this location becomes true. Now, the continuation is to add it as a possible move, so the color should be exactly equal to turn. So for example, if the turn is white, for white I consider turn to be true. The color has to be true also to continue. Okay, very good. I see there is no problem here. We go over the steps. This is the bishop. So for bishop, I have to go one by one in all the directions diagonally. I define some steps. I add them one by one to the new I and new j. For each step, I do this. I get new I and new j. I check if I am outside of the board, then I do break. Go to the new next step thing. I redefine this new I and new j, so there is no problem there. I check if the color, basically, if this piece is a white bishop, then white attack map at this location is true. This could continue until the edge of the map doesn't. Why? Because there is this that says that if you are blocked by your own color piece, for example, if there is a pawn in front of the bishop, then this will break, but it will add this place that there is a pawn to a place where white can attack still. But after that will not be added there, which is correct again. These are all true. I mean, these are all okay. I do the same with the rooks. It's okay. With queen, it's okay. It's exactly the same thing. With the pawn, it's tricky. I do for take left and take right. So whenever for the places that I'm trying to see if pawn can take, without even checking if there is any piece there, I will add that place as a location where the pawn can attack. So that's also okay. And then finally kings don't work, and I had to add, I mean it's not gonna work because this king function is being called separately. I cannot separate the, I would have to go through the, I would have to add a separate condition to check king versus, that's a distance thing. But again, I try here. I shouldn't add this in. Here it can be returned. Now here, where do I call this function? Okay, I call updates possible moves after each successful move. I put this as a differ, so it will happen at the end of this place. So I go through the loops here with 4. I do switch. I check all the pieces. And for white king, I just to the place of the white king. Exactly. And update the position. And when everything ends and these black attack map and white attack map are updated, I go here, checking moves, I call them. I call it first for white king with the indices of the white king, and then I do the black king thing. I'm going to add a comma so that I can see, yeah, here. I don't understand. Okay, I guess I'm going to, yeah, this is a place that I need to ask help from AI and stuff. I'm not even sure if they what's going on here. I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, and you would have to do things yourself. But yeah, okay. I guess I'm gonna end the stream right now. Thank you all for watching, and I will update the code so you can have access to it if you want to check out what's going on. Trying king moves. Not castle. Okay, don't forget to subscribe and the channel and like the video. If you leave the comment, that would be lovely. All these actions support the channel. Yeah, appreciate you being here and watching the video. I hope that you have a good day or night wherever you are. Stay safe. Bye bye.